Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this holiday edition. I'm Catalina Gillies. With the federal election just a couple weeks away, Northwestern Ontario's two medical officers of health are stressing caution if people choose to head to polls in person. This election will be the first nationwide vote to take place during a pandemic, and some are worried about it coinciding with an expected rise in COVID-19 cases across the country. Thunder Bay District Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Janet DeMille, says we're fortunate that the election is coming in September rather than October or November, but she encourages people to explore other voting options.
We really have to look at doing, how to do things safely and what measures need to be in place so that it is safe to go and vote in person. And I'm very appreciative of the fact that there's also the mail-in option, and I would encourage people, if you're planning on voting, to really consider that mail-in option.
So I encourage anyone when they're voting or if they're choosing to go to some type of event that they continue to follow public health measures. Physical distancing, masking in indoor spaces, good hand hygiene, and then of course, if you're experiencing symptoms and you fail the screening test, then you should be staying home.
The deadline for mail-in voting is Wednesday, September 14th. Advance polls run from the 10th to the 13th, and Election Day itself is on September 20th. A Kenora Elementary School has closed a classroom due to a COVID-19 case just 2 days into the school year. The Kenora Catholic District School Board announced on Sunday that a positive case had been confirmed at the Pope John Paul II school. The board did not share further details of the case, citing privacy issues, but said it was working with the Northwestern Health Unit to minimize potential risks. Anyone not contacted by the school can continue to attend as usual. There were a total of 5 active cases across the NWHU as of Thursday, when the health unit last updated its public COVID-19 data. A local MPP is hoping the U.S. land border will finally reopen to Canadians on September 21st. The Canadian border opened to fully vaccinated American visitors on August 9th, but the United States government decided to keep theirs closed to non-essential Canadian travelers for at least another month. Even though the Canadian border is open for Americans, the U.S. is still discouraging its citizens from traveling for non-essential reasons as COVID cases related to the Delta variant increase. Thunder Bay Superior North MPP Michael Gravel is hopeful that by the time the 21st rolls around, local residents will be able to head down south.
The time has come for us, particularly those, again, Canadians and Ontarians who are fully vaccinated, to be able to travel to the U.S. There's a lot of people who haven't seen their friends and family in the States for over a year and a half, and it's also affecting the economy in a significant way as well. So I'm hoping that's the case.
Gravel thinks it was the right move for Canada to open its border and believes it will help to start rebuilding the area's tourism economy, especially in the resort sector. Our ongoing local coverage of the 2021 federal election campaign continues this week, this time in the Thunder Bay Rainy River riding. Today we've got a look at the candidate for the People's Party of Canada. In 2019, the PPC garnered 730 votes in the riding. Its new candidate, Alan Abbott, is looking to make the party stand out against his opponents and rank higher in the standings. He feels the country has gone astray and wants to see Canada back the way it was 30 years ago. Abbott says the PPC is the only party standing up for the rights and freedoms of Canadians.
That is insane in itself. That should not be the case. Our free speech is at jeopardy. We have out of control spending by a government that's addicted to opium. Our money has been thrown away and our economy is being demolished in front of our eyes. And the only party that's willing to stand up and say enough's enough is the People's Party. I read through the whole platform and I agreed with every item on it because it was reasonable, rational, and logical, whereas all the others, virtual signaling at best.
And tomorrow we'll profile the riding's NDP candidate, Yaksem Wan. Born with cerebral palsy, Thunder Bay resident Jamie Menduck has been using assistive devices his whole life. His friends have always been helpful, carrying him upstairs, into buildings, and doing whatever they can to help. But this time, his best buddy took it to a whole new level. Danielle Bain has the story.
What are you about to do? Oh no, Franke. What the f? Are you kidding me?
Jamie Mendek has been close friends with Franco Daniele since they were in kindergarten. So when Daniele was building his new house, he knew he wanted to do something special for Mendek by including an elevator to make it a lot easier for his friend to come over in his wheelchair and hang out. The big reveal in late August was captured on this heartwarming video.
It didn't make sense. It was like something out of, I don't know, fiction or something, and I just started laughing. I couldn't control myself.
Mendek says he was amazed that Daniele could pull this off, but that it was totally consistent with his character. Their entire friend group kept this a secret for 2 years. There were almost a few slip-ups, but the surprise ended up playing out perfectly to plan. For Daniele, he believes Mendek was very deserving of a gesture as big as this one.
He struggles to actually go certain places, and I wanted him to be able to hang out at one more place. He's got a heart of gold, and brilliant, funny.
It's incredible. I've always been close to my crew in Thunder Bay, and they've always meant a lot to me.
Oh, hey, dude. Hey, what's up, buddy?
The video uploaded to YouTube already has around 20,000 views in less than a week. Mendek says he's happy the video has been able to raise awareness on the struggle it is to live with a disability day to day, and just how big an effort you have to go through to build accommodative spaces.
Yeah, it is reassuring that this is now something that is on our minds, and we can start designing our homes around future-proofing them for, accessibility needs. Because everyone is going to grow old, and we all need to think about these kinds of things. And it would be great if we could also factor disabled people into that equation.
Danielle Bain, TBT News.
What an incredible story. Now over at the local ski resort, Mount Baldy, staff have taken a creative method of maintaining the slopes during the summer months with the help of their very own herd of goats. And most recently, the herd grew in size with the birth of the very first goat born at the ski hill. Little Griffin has stolen the hearts of owners and staff alike since he arrived just 2 weeks ago and will remain by his mother's side for a few more weeks until he's big enough to join the herd. Co-owner Daniel Cardes says he and his brothers first came up with the idea while visiting a ski jumping circuit in Europe.
And the terrain is really rugged, which is why we kind of came up with this. I mean, for years, me and my brothers have been on the World Cup circuit as ski jumpers, and we kind of got this idea in Europe. Everywhere we went, we either seen a cow or a goat on the mountain eating, doing their work, and here we are. We have 350 acres and we need cut, and these guys do an amazing job.
Cardes added that the plan is for the lawn mowing crew to continue to grow over the years to maintain the 350-acre property, with the potential of a few cows joining the team to handle the less rugged terrain. Labor Day marks the unofficial end of summer each year, and today's also saw the city's splash pads open for the final day this year. As the sun came out this afternoon, the splash pads quickly filled up with kids looking to soak up their last bit of summer fun. Corey Nordstrom has more.
Labor Day saw the city's splash pads run for one final time in 2021, and needless to say, there were some strong feelings from locals.
It's really nice here. It sucks that it's going to close down soon, though.
During a summer that broke records for its heat, the cooling water spouts and slides brought comfort to hundreds of children.
This is awesome for so many different kids. It gives them so many different things to do, different activities, and especially when it's hot, you can't just go to the park.
The pads come with lots of different places for kids to play, and their setting next to parks also offers something for everyone in the family.
We love that we can have somewhere for her to play in the water and somewhere for our son to play on the playground. Everybody gets what they like. Hey, it's always clean and there's lots of friends to play with. Why do you like it, Lana?
Because it has lots of people.
Lots of people.
We really like the water slide. Personally, I like the buckets because I like to stand underneath them. I don't know. Gets me excited because I know that I'm going to get water dumped on me fully on.
The Northwood Splash Pad is the city's newest. Parents and kids alike are glad to have the nearby amenity, especially in an area with lots of young ones.
It means a lot, really. There are a lot of splash pads in the area, but having something like down the street from our house is very convenient. And even though it's the last day, we'll be definitely coming back next season to get all the use we can out of it.
And the kids are certainly happy to have somewhere to cool off on a hot day for years to come.
The best part is I have so much fun.
What makes it fun?
The water, and it's so fun to play in the water all the time.
Corey Nordstrom, TBT News.
Here with Avery McRae. Avery, it's sad to see summer coming to an end, but so great that those kids could enjoy it one last day.
You know, a nice day to cool off, but you know who's not cooling off, Catalina? Oh, those Toronto Blue Jays are red hot, folks! And we got highlights from today's game with the Yankees after the break.
Well, Avery, this season, some people may have counted the Jays out, but this past week it may have changed their minds.
You know, I was one of those people that said, I don't know if they're going to make it, but I don't know. Renewed sense of optimism because following a weekend sweep of the Oakland Athletics, hope has returned to fans of the Toronto Blue Jays, with the team sitting just 4 games back of a wild card spot entering today. Now, one of those teams the Jays are chasing is the New York Yankees, who the team still plays 7 more times this season, and beginning a 4-game set today, the boys of summer had a golden opportunity to kick things off on the right foot on a holiday Monday. Jays riding a 4-game win streak coming into this one. They won 7 of the last 8 too. First inning, getting things started with a bang. Marcus Semien solo shot makes it 1-0. His 36th of the season, just setting career high after career high. Next batter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. coming into the game with a 13-game hit streak. Now this pitch here, I'm going to agree with them. He thinks he drew the walk, but he's brought back, which sets up a full count pitch. And with that extra pitch, he makes the most.
There's a hanging breaking ball. He hits it to right. Doesn't take much to hit it out of here, and this one's gone. Number 40 for Vladdy Guerrero Jr. Back-to-back home runs for the Blue Jays here in the first. Thank goodness it was called strike 2.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, Buck. Vladdy becoming the youngest player in franchise history to hit 40 home runs in a season at the tender age of just 22 years old. Meanwhile, a little bit older, Hyun-Jin Ryu, a 7.18 ERA in his last 5 starts, but looking good today. Gets Giancarlo swinging to end the 4th, and top 6 freezes Joey Gallo to end the inning. He goes 6 innings in total, Ryu, with 3 hits, striking out 6. Very big game for the Jays' big lefty. We're going to skip ahead to the top of the 8th inning. George Springer, scary moment here. Fouls one off his left knee. He went down in some pain. We know that was the left knee that he injured earlier in August. Look at Charlie Montoyo. Doesn't even want to give him back the bat. He would. Springer would strike out and then leave the game. Top 9 after Teoscar Hernandez started the inning with the home run, his 25th. Semien back at the dish with the bases loaded. Is it going to clear? It's looking close. It's over the wall. Unbelievable. His 2nd home run of the day, capping off a big series opener for the Jays. They win their 5th straight, 8-0. The Jays now just 3.5 games back of the Yankees in the race. Over to hockey, Montreal Canadiens general manager Marc Bergevin met with the media earlier today to discuss a variety of topics, including the potential to name an interim team captain, with Shea Weber expected to miss the season. Now, that won't be happening, but that's not all the Habs GM had to discuss today. On Saturday, the team decided not to match the offer sheet to Carolina Hurricanes, or from the Carolina Hurricanes, for Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Now, the Habs will receive the Canes' 1st and 3rd round picks this year, and Bergevin explains why not matching.
We give the same tools to every player in our organization to reach their full potential. Some do, some don't, some take longer than others. The amount of money on a 1-year deal for a player who should be making a lot less, could affect our future. We have a structure, our salary cap that we need to work with. We have some young players coming through. It's not like KK is a flop. I think, it remains to be seen where he's going to land. That's why we're hoping for the next 2 years to be able to do that. But because of the offer sheet, that's something that a risk we didn't want to take.
Now, nothing says Labor Day in Canada like the Labor Day Classic in the CFL. A day a long time coming for the Edmonton Elks and Toronto Argonauts, with neither team having played a game in 2 weeks due to the Elks' COVID outbreak. But now things are back, and the day got started early this afternoon with a battle of the QEW. First Ticats home game is 659 games. Yes, it's Tiger Cats and Argos, 15,000 in attendance. The Ticats have won the last 6 Labor Day games against the Argos, and in the 3rd quarter, getting the crowd on their feet.
Great kick by Beatty. Frankie Williams there. Frankie Williams trying to find a hole. There he goes. Look out. He could fly. Goodbye. Frankie Williams, touchdown.
Okay, I see you, Frankie. Going 67 yards, juking and jiving all the way to the house. Extra point was also good. So the Ticats, they jump in front 17-4. Later in the queue, 2nd and 6 on the Hamilton 53. Dane Evans going downfield, airing it out, finding a wide open Tim White for the 57-yard connection. Ticats starting to blow this one open. It's 25-4. Let's go to under 5 to play in the 4th quarter. Now 25-14 on the Argos 11. Nick Arbuckle battered, then picked off Devarius Daniels with the easy score on the 5-yard return. Hamilton wins their 7th straight holiday game against their arch rivals from Toronto. The Argos do not shine in their first game in a while. 32-19 is your final. Now the second game of the day, Calgary Stampeders hosting Trevor Harris and the Edmonton Elks. First game for the Elks in over 2 weeks after an outbreak with 13 players contracting COVID. First quarter, Harris going downfield 45 yards to Ernest Edwards for the touchdown. The Elks jumping in front 7-3 early. In the second quarter, Stamps looking to find a little bit of life, down 14-3. Ball's handed off to Kadeem Carey, and he's going to get all the way in there for the 13-yard score. We're currently at halftime, folks. 3rd quarter just starting up. It is 14-10 for the Elks. Well, football fans, the wait is just about over with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Dallas Cowboys kicking off the NFL season, yes, on this Thursday. And one thing to watch out for this season is the new wave of quarterbacks looking to make their mark as the next generation. Here's Bruce Arthur.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Generations come and generations go. The NFL's greatest quarterback generation rewrote the record books. It won Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl. It set, and sometimes still sets, the bar.
And he takes all that success and he uses it to bring his teammates along with him.
Thank you so much.
And while Tom Brady might live forever, that generation is receding into history one by one. And even then, with rare exceptions, the generation that has followed was largely lost in its wake.
Andrew Luck has informed the Colts that he is retiring from the NFL.
But eventually, another future arrives. The evolution of the quarterback is the evolution of football. A game that decided to protect stars and encourage offense as colleges cooked up something new in laboratories across the nation. Now rookie quarterbacks start right away. More than ever, they're fast scratch lottery tickets that can lift or derail your entire franchise. So the league is suddenly crammed with young quarterbacks who might define football in their own way. Some have already won Super Bowls. Some are already MVPs. Some are trying to lift long dormant franchises, and some are still figuring out just how great they are.
Herbert, a deep drop off his back foot, puts it out there. It's caught, and he's gone. Justin Herbert has made some unbelievable throws in his young career.
Some are already veering off the right path, and some have just arrived. They're the future, and they're here now because the game can't stop. Not everyone will travel in a straight line. Not every young quarterback can reach immortality. But the important thing is this: they have a chance.
All these young quarterbacks, and I still don't see any of them beating Tom Brady and the Buccaneers.
He's hard to beat.
He's hard.
Stay with us. We'll have your weather coming up. Well, we saw some sun come out today, but we're not going to see that much longer with some showers expected for tomorrow. But first, let's look at the rest of the region. Over in Dryden, it's mainly cloudy. A few showers beginning this evening. There is a risk of thunderstorm late tonight and overnight as well. The low is 13. Greenstone will be cloudy, some showers overnight as well. The low is 11, and a special weather statement has been issued saying heavy rainfalls are expected Tuesday into Wednesday. Sault Ste. Marie is partly cloudy at the moment. There is a chance of showers overnight and some fog patches developing after midnight. The low is 11. Now looking ahead to tomorrow's forecast, Kenora will be cloudy with a chance of showers and risk of thunderstorm. The high is 18. Armstrong, some heavy rainfall expected there with a risk of thunderstorm, high of 17. And Marathon, similar to the Armstrong area, a special weather statement has been issued for heavy rainfall, a risk of thunderstorm, and the high is 17. Locally here in Thunder Bay, it is 18 degrees at this hour and partly sunny with some clouds. Now tonight it's going to drop down to 15 degrees as the low, and there will be some cloudiness with showers beginning near midnight. There is a risk of thunderstorm overnight as well. Now let's look ahead to the rest of the week. Wednesday, it's going to be 21 is the high, clouds and sun. And Thursday, a shower in the afternoon, 21 degrees. Friday, it's going to be a little bit warmer at 23. And Saturday, a nice, comfortable 19 degrees.
Well, Catalina, as we know, the kids are back in the classroom tomorrow, and I won't lie to you, I loved high school for the social aspect, but I don't envy them whatsoever.
Really?
No.
I always had fun back to school shopping, getting new pencils.
Yeah, that
and
stuff's
workbooks.
fun, but then, you know, the school stuff. I love school. School's great. Stay in school, but, you know, I'm happy I'm done with it.
The excitement always wore off
It
after
does.
a couple days. Thanks for joining us on this holiday edition. Enjoy the rest of your day.